Well, appears to be iced over. It's pretty iced over pretty good too. Geese out there found some water, it looks like. But this is ice, dude. It's all ice. But it's gonna get warm, so see. Here's Tillis. I broke up a thing. The rake part wouldn't do it, but the handle part did. So I bashed that handle through there a few times. As big as a hole as I could get. It's at least an inch thick. At least an inch thick. It's thin by the wall, and then it gets thicker, and then it's thick all the way out there. But it's actually, by noon this might be okay. Well, maybe this might be a bit much, but maybe 1:30 this might be okay. It was not okay. I don't know. There's a bubble under there, and the air trapped the sun's energy and the radiation, and it's I weakened this up yesterday. So whatever. All right, see you. All right, this is Kirkwood. As you can see, I have a line in the water. It's about 15 feet to the edge of the ice. It's got a circle here around this bubbler, circle there around that bubbler, a circle around that far bubbler. So this is most promising. I'm gonna just see what I threw it in a couple times. I haven't had any bites yet. My back's killing me, so I'm gonna go and regroup in the truck here in a second. But if you get it out and in and then back out again, I don't know what's gonna happen if I catch a fish, but we'll see. We did not see. So I broke up some ice, dude. I got a fish. I broke up some ice. This is aquarium salt. This is table salt, but it's called aquarium salt. And it's safe, and this, it's going to be diluted by the time it hits the water, so it's going to be totally safe for these fish. I got some pond water. In it goes. And I'm going to stir it around, and I'm going to just kind of launch as much of it out there as I can on it. I'll try to get on that bubble. So it's going to be the warmest part with the least amount of water. I'll try to get this thing to melt at an accelerated pace. We'll see what happens. Yeah, 31 degrees. So we're almost there. 31 degrees. All right, so I threw it out there, launched it out there. So why am I launching table salt mixed with water? I don't even know how heavy it was, but I'm sure it wasn't 2.5 pounds. I know that. So why am I doing that? Well, it's a natural antifreeze. It's kind of like what they put on the roads. It's not the same. This one's safe for fish. The other is not. Calcium chloride would not be. That's what we put on roads. So that's what I used to do. It's gonna act like a little antifreeze for me, and it's already a pretty low concentration as it is. It's like a kid dumping a lower order of McDonald's fries in here. It's pretty like that. So I threw it all in there, and I'm hoping it'll act like an antifreeze for me. I'm thinking it will, but it's going to take time for it to. Oh, I can already see the outline. I don't know if you can see it too, but I can already see the outline. So and the sun's helping too. I just looked at AccuWeather. It said 31 degrees. Feels like 35. But with that sun coming down, the radiation gets trapped in that bubble, in these bubbles. It heats up the air in there, and it makes that real weak. So hopefully my little homemade antifreeze, which is safe, totally 100% safe for fish. Safe. I put it in my tank at home. It is safe for the fish here. Trust me, please. Hopefully my little homemade antifreeze will work, along with our friend up there. Same one that tries to kill us in the summer, tries to kill us in the winter. But right now, I need its help to catch some fish. Pond gods aren't enough. Need the sun too. Anyway, why saltwater? Why saltwater, you may ask? Well, that's a great question. Glad I asked it. Sorry, dude. Why do we put salt on roads? Okay, so the salt is, when you mix it with water, it's called brine. B-R-I-N-E. Most of you probably know that. Some of the kids probably don't. Anyway, called a brine. So why does it lower the temperature of lower the freezing temperature of water. Well, when you probably noticed that. Here's the long and the short of it. I'm going to kind of dumb it down. But basically, what was that? Did you hear that? Something just shook this ice or something. That sounded like the ice shaking. That's crazy. I can't even reproduce what it sounded. It sounded almost like a blaster from Star Wars. And I heard some the other day, but that was really odd. Okay, so I hope that the microphone picked that up. That's really weird. Okay, so salt water. Okay, so we're dumping sodium. So table salt is called the chemical name of it is called sodium chloride, and that the symbols for that are Na for sodium and Cl for chlorine, chloride, NaCl. Okay, and they make what's called an ionic bond when you put them in water. And what happens is the sodium splits away from the chloride, and if you try and lower the temperature on water and try and get it to freeze, those ions get in the way of the structure water makes when it freezes into ice. It will eventually get there. It's just it takes it kind of has to shove the chlorine and chloride and sodium atoms out of the way, or fit them into its crystalline kind of lattice structure. I minored in chemistry. I did not major in it, and it's been a long time. And I didn't really get into crystals very much, but we got into water because everybody gets into water eventually. I want to get into this goddamn water because that's where the fish are. They're in the water. So anyway, so it gets in the way of the freezing process, and so that's why I'm using it here. I mean, if this were, if this weren't a body of water that I cared about, I'd use something else. But I mean, these fish, I want to care about these fish. I want to catch these fish. Certainly don't want to kill these fish. So I use something that's going to be totally harmless to them, and that is table salt. I think we don't use table salt on roads because it has a higher freezing point than road salt, which is calcium chloride. That's a calcium ion and a chloride ion. So those split apart, and I think it's because the calcium ion is actually bigger than the sodium ion that's why it makes the freezing point of water lower when you combine it in water and they become ions. Like I said, it's been a long time since I was in a classroom, but I'm pretty sure I remember that stuff pretty well. I mean, if any science nerds out there that know their chemistry better than I do, please do leave it down there and educate me, because I'm not above some adult education here. That's why I'm out here, man, to learn. So I'm pretty sure I already know that one though, but off the top of my head anyway. So anyway, it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's cold. It's cold. I mean, my hand that's holding the camera's cold. My other hand's it's not really that cold, but it's kind of cold. I mean, once it hits the sun though, it feels good. There's ways. I'm just trying to find one of those ways because I want to fish, man. I want to fish. I want to fish. They're in there and I want them. I was over here yesterday trying to dodge the ice. So right over there along that bank, and I lost like 3. I don't have any weedless. I just said like that. I was trying to think of the word weedless. I don't have any weedless tackle. I meant to get some the other day and I forgot. So I lost 3 lures over there. That kind of sucked. It was a search. It was a search this morning. But I don't know. I'm just gonna go have some lunch or something like that and come back later. I broke up all that earlier. It'll work. I think it'll work. Just gotta get some time. Alright. I mean, is it a compulsion at this point? I mean, is this drive or is this insanity? The need to catch the fish, the need to get out of the house, the need to get the sunlight, the air. I'm fishing in this little tiny, it's about the size of a gold crease. And you know what? I'm not going to catch anything. It ain't about that though. It is not about that. Fish are just a bonus. The guy's right. Get out there and make it happen. Yeah, might take a little elbow grease. But it doesn't get any better. Not than this. Even if it's a 0-0-0 day. I don't care.